I think it is a good time for IKEA in many ways. There are a lot of things. The overheating of the economy that we experienced a year or two ago also had their challenges for companies like IKEA, increasing energy prices, oil prices, raw material prices, etc. And I think the present downturn has actually helped us in that respect, that raw material prices are going down, energy prices are going down, the pressure on salaries is coming down. There's a lot of factors that are positive for companies like us in terms of reducing costs and improving margins. So that's a positive thing, and I think in terms of the sales volumes, yes, they are lower, or the growth level is lower than it used to be. But on the other hand, we know that we are taking market share, that consumers are aware of a strong, the brand proposition of IKEA as being a low-price company, and they are turning to us in times like this. So I see these times mainly as an opportunity.
Tell me about your concerns in this current economic crisis about protectionism. I understand that's a real big issue for you.
It's hurting us. It comes in various shapes and forms in different countries. It's everything from duties, tariffs, to anti-dumping measures, but also other types of regulations like FDI regulations, like labeling, protectionism. It comes in those forms, safety regulations, complications in moving into markets. So I can't say that it's one thing. It's various countries have various ways of doing this.
Is IKEA getting onto the green movement?
I would like to think so. We are doing a lot of things, and sometimes I get the questions, are we cutting back on these initiatives in times like this? And the answer is no, we're not. And I don't really see any big conflict between sustainability measures and preserving good profitability or low costs. You know, most things that has to do with improving the environment has to do with reducing the amount of material or the amount of resources, which in turn is good for costs. So there's really no, I don't see any conflict between the two. So from that perspective, we are continuing our plans.
You invested a lot of money in creating new stores in Eastern Europe. In hindsight, was that a bad idea?
No, we have not. We all have invested in the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Poland. We're not in the Baltic countries. And those markets are actually doing pretty well from a consumer perspective still. I think the worries now we've seen in Slovakia, for instance, is that when they are pegged to the euro, it takes away all the competitiveness of the production industry. And that, I think, is a real concern. And I'm sure some of these other countries are looking at that right now, whether they should join the euro or not.